Hello and welcome to Steve's Soft Drink Shack. We're doing something a little different today. You might notice that it's looking a little weird. You're seeing a lot more of my apartment. It's because I got a new lens. I got a 8mm fisheye by Rokinon. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. It creates some pretty neat effects. We're gonna be looking at an interesting new for the shack drink today, too. We're looking at something diet. Something without calories. I've gotten kind of fat. I need to slim down. And a big part of my non-nutritive caloric intake is from pop. And I gotta trim that down a little bit. So we're gonna look at some diet pop. We are going to look at Coke Zero. I was about to call it an old standby, but it's really not an old standby. This was actually first introduced in 2005. Now you notice the classy black on white and the, classic red from the Coca-Cola accents. The reason that they designed Coke Zero was to appeal to a male audience. Apparently Coke had done some research and had determined that diet drinks were perceived as being for women, at least by male drinkers. And so Coke created Coke Zero. You'll notice it's actually not called a diet pop. Here in Canada, it's called a zero sugar cola. It's also marketed as a 0-calorie cola, but never diet. A different thing. I guess men brains are considered more scientific and care more about those measures than diet. Anyway, let's crack it open. So let's check it out. Coke Zero. Now it has a very has a classic sort of cola color. It looks like Coke. And it smells like it too. Not a strong carbonated bite. Quite sweet. But it doesn't have a strong, like, aspartame kind of taste. It's quite nice. Cinnamon. There's a strong sort of cinnamon taste. That's nice. I like cinnamon in a cola. It's very good. If you've watched The Shack at all, you know that I generally seem to like Pepsi more so than Coke. But with the diet, especially with the Coke Zero, I find that the Coke Zero is much, much, much better than, say, Diet Pepsi. And that's something I think I'd like to do a blind taste test with. Coke Zero, Pepsi or Diet Pepsi, and Diet Coke. See if we can tell the difference. That might be the next thing on my list. You guys have a good one.